to this lecture. Dear aspirants, I hope you are preparing well for upcoming prelims 2026. In this video lecture, I will tell you the most repeated concepts from environment and ecology section that will help you to boost your marks in upcoming prelims 2026. So, watch this video till end and get benefited. So, before starting this lecture, I would like to tell you that I have made separate video for economic section as well as for polity section, and I have explained the most repeated concepts for both these topics. And as you know that like environment and ecology, economy and polity section have very high weightage in prelims 2026. So you can expect combinedly environment, ecology, economy and polity section, right? If you combine all these three, around 45 to 50 questions combinedly come from only these three topics, right? So watch these two videos. The link is given in the description box. Now coming to the main point. So first, let's see the number of questions, the trend in last 15 years from environment and ecology section. Clear? So first, let's see in last 15 years, 2011 to 25, the number of questions that have been asked in 15 years. So in 2025, 10 questions, right? Decline. 2024, 40 questions. 16, right? Next year, 16, 12, 19, 18, 18, 11, 14, 17, 13, 18, 17, 16, 15. So, except 4 years, right? These 4 years, 2025, 2022, 2018, and 2015, right? Rest 11 years. The number of questions are 14 or 14 plus, right? You can see the graph. It will make you understand in better manner. So here, right, 10 questions in 2025, 12 questions in 2022, 11 questions in 2018, and 13 questions in 2015. So rest these 4 years, right, the number of questions are 14 or 14 plus, right? So you cannot ignore environment and ecology. If you ignore, it will break you, right? And if you prepare it well, it can make you, right? So 19, 18 questions, again 18 questions, 17 questions, 18 questions, 17 questions, 16, 15, right? So this is the trend analysis of environment and ecology section in last 15 years, right? So these are the 7 most repeated concepts, and these are the subtopics or key focus area of these main repeated concepts. So first is ecology, basics and ecosystem. So here in last 15 years, 35 to 40 questions have been asked, right? That is the range of question in last 15 years, right? Biodiversity and conservation in India, maximum number of questions from this topic, 50 to 55 questions in last 15 years, right? So you can understand the weightage of this topic. Next is environmental pollution and remediation. So here again very important topic, 40 to 45 questions in last 15 years, right? Climate change and global environmental issues, 35 to 40 questions. Again, very important topic. Next is Indian Environmental Policies Acts initiatives, mainly acts related, law related issues, right? And it is mostly based on current affairs. And see, whenever you prepare for environment and ecology, try to balance between both static as well as current affairs, right? So 25 to 30 questions. Next is international agencies, international agreements, conventions. Clear? So here 15 to 20 questions. You can find 1 or 2 questions every year, right? Next is others emerging issues. Our the emerging issues like renewable energy. It is an emerging area, right? Biotechnology, biofuels, emerging areas, right? So here, though less number of questions, but this is an emerging issue and you can expect more questions from this topic, right? So these are the subtopics, but we will discuss in detail in next slide, right? So these are the 7 topics we have discussed. First is ecology basics and ecosystems. So under this subtopics are food chains, successions, biomes, biogeochemical cycles, ecosystem services, biodiversity's role in soil formation or erosion. So again, this is the most important topic, right? Second, another most important topic, biodiversity and conservation, and we have seen that 50 to 55 questions have been asked from this topic only in last 15 years. Approximately 2 to 3 questions, even 4 to 5 questions some year, right? Subtopics are species identification, mostly current affairs based, right? Discovery of new species, right? Mostly in India, right? Again, and these are the examples that UPSC has asked, right? Protected areas, national parks, sanctuaries, obviously, right? That often remains in news. That's why this is also based on current affairs. Next is environmental pollution and remediation. So again, land, air, water pollution, right? Other type of pollution also, right? But mostly land, air, water pollution, right? Or soil pollution, you can say. Waste management, activated carbons, right? Microplastics, etc., etc. Right? These are the main topics. Next topics. So again, that is mostly India as well as global issue, right? So climate change, global issue, right? Global environmental issues like global warming, greenhouse gases, list of greenhouse gases, right? Ozone related issues, right? Carbon credits, direct air capture, such type of concepts are often repeated, right? And most again, I would like to tell you that focus on current affairs, right? Your basics should be very strong, but try to integrate both static as well as current affairs. Next topic, Indian Environmental Policies Acts Initiative. Again, current affairs based, right? Mostly current affairs based. And here, for example, these acts are, all these acts, right? So focus on acts, new acts, policies, or the acts that has been declared earlier but has been in news, right? International agreements, conventions, agencies, clear? And lastly, other emerging issues I have told you, biotechnology, renewable energy, right? These are emerging issues. And UPSC generally asked one or mostly one question from this topic, but in upcoming years, you can expect more question from this topic because it is an emerging area. Clear? Now, how should you prioritize the topics? So here, I have categorized them in 5 tiers, right? In tier 1, you have to focus on these three main topics, right? Almost every year, and 8 to 12 questions combined from these three topics only, right? And in brackets, I have mentioned the number of questions that have been asked in last 15 years, right? We have seen that biodiversity and conservation in India, maximum weightage 50 to 55 question in last 15 years, right? Next, environmental pollution and remediation, 40 to 45 questions. Ecology basics and ecosystem, 35 to 40 questions. So combinedly, you can see that almost around 130 questions from these three topics only in last 15 years, right? Almost around 130 questions. So focus on these three topics and you will get easily, you can easily solve 6 to 8 questions. And if you are lucky, or you UPSC have given more questions from these three topics, even you can solve 10 questions only from these three topics. So prioritize these topics in such manner I am telling you, right? Next is, this dominates prelims because UPSC prefers. Why prefers? Yes, species in news, discovery of new species, right? Or species in IUCN red list or any other list, right? IUCN status. Next is applied ecology. Here, food chain succession in real context. Next, pollution plus emerging contaminants. For example, microplastics, emerging contaminants, like heavy metals, emerging contaminants. So here, focus on applied plus species-based factual integration. So focus on these three topics. Let me clear it. Right, these three topics. Combinedly, 8 to 12 questions are expected from these three topics only. Next, tier 2. So here, next topic, important topic, climate change and global environmental issues. So in last 15 years, 35 to 40 questions have been asked from this topic only. And again here, focus on current affairs, right? Carbon markets, right? Direct air capture, COP developments, conference of party developments, right? COP conferences, right? Articles and Article 6, climate finance, etc. New schemes, right? So here you can expect 2 to 4 questions every year. 2 to 4 questions. That is the minimum range from this topic. Next, tier 3. So here again focus on Indian environmental policies, acts and initiatives. And in last 15 years, 25 to 30 questions have been asked from this topic only. Right? So on an average, 2 questions per year. On an average. So here focus on major acts and mostly recent acts. Right? And major acts that has been passed in, or major acts, right? For example, Wildlife Protection Act. Right? Such type of acts. Major acts. Next, new governmental initiatives like Life, Kempa, etc. or any other recent initiatives. Next, technical terms in policies. Obviously, UPSC's favorite topic is what? Technical terms. Simply it can mention a term and it can ask you that this term was in use. Right? It is related to which of the following. If you know, it will take hardly 3 seconds. So here, mostly indirect or tricky questions are asked by UPSC. Statement based questions. And again, I am telling you that there is no guarantee of the type of options it may give you, because in last 3 to 4 years, it has surprised the aspirants, right? From the type of statements, options. So be prepared for that. Next, tier 4. Though low, but questions are expected from these topics. And topics is international agreements and conventions. Mostly, you can expect 1 or 2 questions from this topic. So here, again, it is mostly current affair based. And here, may match type questions, right? Match the following type of questions, right? Multiple statement type of questions, link with current affairs or current events. So here, less frequent than expected, but high conceptual traps. Conceptual traps are there. Clear? Next, tier 5. So here, lowest weightage, but as I said, that mostly 1 question have been asked from this topic, but you can expect more questions from this topic, right? Emerging issue and emerging issues like biofuels, wetlands, grasslands, mining related issues, mining impacts, right? Uh, Apart from that, seawater intrusion. These are emerging areas. Renewable energy, emerging areas. So here, right, it is a surprise zone, and mostly you can expect 1 or 2 questions from this topic. And to surprise you, even the number of questions may be increased, right? So this was all about the main or most repeated concepts, topics from environment and ecology section. Clear? So here, now, key takeaways or trending, right? Key UPSC trends, insights. So here, in last 15 years, UPSC has focused mostly on species that has been in use, right? Locations, map based questions, right? Mostly wetlands, national parks, sanctuaries, right? Apart from that, interdisciplinary questions, right? It is the one of the most favorite approach of making questions of UPSC. That it try to integrate, interlink the topics, one topic from another, like environment plus economy plus science, or even plus geography, right? So interdisciplinary approach. So sometimes it is even for the educators, it is difficult to decide whether some questions belong to economy section or environment section or geography section or science section, science or technology section, right? But hardly it is seen in one or two questions. But most of the questions are clear cut questions from particular topics. Clear? Current affairs integration plus conceptual clarity. So, as I said, focus on static portion plus integrate it with current affairs. That is the best strategy. And do it in the same manner I have told you. All the 5 tiers, right? Note it down. All means note all the 7 topics in the same manner I have told you. Right? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. Right? And revise all these topics, all these concepts in the same manner I have told you. That was all about environment and ecology section for upcoming prelims 2026. We will meet in another lecture. Thank you.